Question 9. A team of 12 run a half marathon. Their times to the nearest minute are these numbers here. Complete an ordered stem and leaf diagram to represent this data. Remember to complete the key. 3 marks. Pause here, attempt the question, and unpause to check your answer or if you don't know how to proceed. This here is called the stem and leaf diagram. It says remember to complete the key. That's important because that's worth a mark. This here is the key. You're told a team of 12 people runs a half marathon. This is the 12 people's times in minutes to the nearest minute, and you have to complete this stem and leaf diagram. This here 6, 7, 8, 9, this 6 is for 60, 7 for 70, and so on. So let's do the 60s first. We have two, so I'm just going to go through all of these numbers and draw a line under the ones that are in the 60s. I've got 2, and so I've got to see which one will come first, because we're asked for an ordered stem and leaf diagram. That means from smallest to largest. 65 is smaller than 67, so that will come first. So I write a 5, and that's for 65. I cross out 65. And second, the larger one, 7, that's for 67. That there, what I've done, means 65 and 67. Now the next one is the 70s, so let's underline all our 70s. So we've got 72, 76, 70, and 70. Okay, so this is a bit of a trick one. You have to see of these 4, which is the smallest, and because that was the one that will go first. Well, 70 is the smallest, but we've got 2 70s. So you might think you can just draw a 0, write a 0, and that will be good enough. But actually, that's just 170. You need to do a second 0 to show that 2 people finished at 70 minutes to the nearest minute. And the next smallest, we've got 72 underlined and 76 underlined. 72 is smaller. And next is 76, so I'll write a 6 and cross out 76. We're now down to the 80s, so I'll go through my numbers that haven't yet been crossed out, and I'll underline all of the numbers in the 80s. And I'll start with the smallest number. Well, here I've got 80. That's by definition always going to be the smallest one because it ends in a 0. So I'm going to write my 0 and cross out 80. What next was smallest? 85, 84, 82. Well, 82 becomes before 4, so that will be next. I write a 2, cross it out. 84 and 85. 84 is smaller than 85, so I'll write a 4, and then finally a 5 and cross those out. Oh, I missed one. 87. Lucky for me, that's bigger. So I can do 7 at the end. If that was something like 3, I would have to write it here in between the 2 and 4. I got lucky. And now I just need to look at what we've got left. We've only got one number left, and that's 91. So in 90, I just write a 1, and I'm finished my diagram. However, it says remember to complete the key. This is my key here. You just need to give an example. So for example here, 6 and then a line and then 5, that represents 65 minutes. So I would just give an example here as 6, 5 represents 65 minutes. So this 6 and then the line and then 5, 6, line, 5, that represents this 65 here, 65 minutes. So that represents 65 minutes. If you got this stem and leaf diagram and the key, give yourself 3 marks. If you forgot to do the key, you only get 2 marks.